We used to say there is no finish line. If you sort of apply that back to innovation and performance, athletes are getting bigger, stronger, and faster. We need to sort of keep up with how people are improving in performance. I was an athlete way before I was an architecture student, but going through architecture school, I really learned a solid design process. People's needs and wants and desires, cultural phenomena and influences from a lot of different things, and that's the way I think most architects kind of look at design. We're trying to do things first, trying to do them better. So my role as a futurist is simply to continue to do what I've done in the past, but actually to just pass along that kind of thinking to others. The real first design was the Air Max Zero. I was trying to take Nike footwear design, in this case running shoe design, into a new place. There were these great airbags laying around that were getting bigger and better, and I visited Renzo Piano's building in Paris, the Pompidou Center, and then I just sort of, well, you know, I think this is going to be a better, more cushioned running shoe. We're also going to be able to tell a story about the technology because now you can see it. And the funny thing about the Zero, though, was that it was probably a little too progressive. So I had to sort of reel myself back in a little bit to do the One, which achieved everything that we wanted it to achieve, but was a little more palatable than just being a complete spaceship where everything was different than what had preceded it. I remember that Nike shoes, running shoes in particular, were kind of being driven by the market too much. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but if you're a leadership company, that might not be the best place to be, you know, to always be focusing. And so, you know, I just started drawing as if I wasn't paying attention to any of that. It was really much more about how could we improve the performance of a running shoe? How could we also then take design in this sort of more utilitarian world of athletics and add some panache to it, add some inspiration, and continue to maintain a high level of performance. I hadn't been designing shoes for a whole long time. It was pretty easy for me to not even worry about the normal way to design shoes. And I think that's a trick for design, whether you're designing cars or bicycles or toasters. There has to be something recognizable about the design for people to understand it. Hopefully there's something new and different about it as well. Air Max Zero, for its time and place, it had too many new ideas. Now though, all these years later, it's a perfect time to actually bring it out.